it being Guru Purnima, I've specifically created this AR for a tribute to the world leaders. Now let's experience my AR. So over here you can see in the down there are few buttons, like 7 buttons, and if you click on them you will see the respective names of the respective leaders. Let's click on Nelson Mandela. You can see Nelson Mandela, the text is right in here in the top. And then we have Albert Einstein, Dalai Lama, Henry Ford, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King Jr. This is Trisha as Belman. I'm 8-year-old living in Bangalore. Let me show you the making of this AR. To create this AR, there are 3 steps. The first step is to create the 2D textures in Photopea. The second step is to create the actual AR in Lens Studio. The third step is to test your AR whether it's working or not. I know I'm talking about a lot of softwares, but to create an AR on your own, you need to know these softwares. Anyways, let's get started. Now we need to make the texture of Gandhi a bit brighter because it's darker in the left side, like the right side. So that's why. Over here we need to make the spline up and down in the curves. So let's make this bright, something like that. Don't worry about this because we can mask it. So now I need to create the profile of Albert Einstein. And yeah, now let's export and do the other ones. You can see we are ready to add the textures to these faces. So let's click on Nelson Mandela and let's add the texture of Nelson Mandela. So it is this one. Let's click on this button, just left click. You can see it will take some time, just double click and then you can see it has done Nelson Mandela. Now let's do for Albert Einstein. Now you can see we are done adding the camera, like to the faces. Now what we need to do is create the buttons. So I've already imported the textures of the buttons. So let's start creating the button. So here I'm adding and duplicating these images like Nelson Mandela circle, Albert Einstein circle, Dalai Lama circle and all those stuff. So let's do that and I'll catch you back. So now you can see we are done renaming. Now what we need to do is add the texture to this. So let's click on Nelson Mandela circle in textures and my texture profile textures and Nelson Mandela circle. So we need to scale that down, something like that. And Albert Einstein again. Let's do Albert Einstein. Now we need to position them as I've added all these textures and scaled them. Let's position these. So you can see we are done with the buttons. Now what we need to do is add the behavior scripts to these buttons. So let's click on plus in the objects panel, scroll down, click on helper scripts and there you can see there are a lot of scripts. You can choose the behavior script and we are done. Now we need to choose the target in the settings. So let's choose and let's add our Nelson Mandela and our response type is going to be set enabled. And just scroll down. You can see there is a target option. And over there you need to just add your face of Nelson Mandela. Like that. You can see there is action. There you can do the toggle because when you click on this, that should happen. So now we can reset. And you can see that's gonna be happening. That's I just off all of these. And I'll click on this. I'm Nelson Mandela. I think there's some problem over here because what's the problem? This, I think that's the problem. So let's just fix that quickly by just selecting this edge part over here of Nelson Mandela's face. Just bring it in. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we can just click on it and toggle it. So now let's do this for the other ones. Now you can see it's working. Let's click on Nelson Mandela, Albert Einstein, Dalai Lama, Henry Ford, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King Jr. So the problem now is that when you click on Mahatma Gandhi again, Martin Luther King is still appearing. When you click on Henry Ford again, this is still appearing. So we don't want like that. So let's fix this problem by creating another script of a behavior script in Nelson Mandela or all of these, and then we'll make the other ones except Nelson Mandela to be disabled. Okay, so let's do that. Now to do that, click on in script, click on this gear or like the settings icon, and then click on copy, click on it again, paste. After you paste it, it will take some time to load up. You can see it's loaded. Now you need to make the action disable, make the target to, let's say, Albert Einstein, and that's target this one. Okay, this was not yet done, so let's do this, Albert Einstein. Yeah. Now if you click on this, then click on this, and then click on this. Yeah. So click on this, the Albert Einstein will go. Now let's do others for the other ones in Nelson Mandela. So you can see I'm done with Nelson Mandela, Albert Einstein, Dalai Lama, Henry Ford. I need to do Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. So let's do Mahatma Gandhi. Now we're done with Mahatma Gandhi. Let's do Martin Luther King Jr. Now to do this, click on orthographic camera plus in the objects panel, and then just scroll in the general menu, click on green text. You'll get a full frame region. You can rename it if you want. And I am going to rename it. So text full frame region. Click on the screen text and let's say rename it to our maybe Nelson Mandela. This first one is going to be Nelson Mandela. And the text also over here is going to be Nelson. Sorry, over here. Nelson Mandela. Let's add a background to it. Let's make the left pretty big, something like that. The right also pretty big. Let's add an outline. I'm gonna make the background color something like red, and the outline I'm gonna make it something that's the text. It looks fun, full, and other stuff, so that's why let's keep it like that. Make sure you have safe render on so that you will know where you can keep Nelson Mandela text. Okay. So we'll keep it somewhere there. Yeah. Now let's do this for the other texts. So now you can see I've added all the texts. I've added Nelson Mandela, Albert Einstein, Dalai Lama, and so on and so forth. Now what we need to do is we need to put all of these in the scripts over here, and we need to hide some, unhide some. So let's do that. So let's click on Nelson Mandela. It'll take some time, and just scroll down. Copy this and paste this using the settings icon. And you just need to wait for a bit of while as it copies and pastes it. So make sure you click on this and make the action toggle and make the target to our Nelson Mandela text. It will take some time. Now let's do the same thing for Nelson Mandela. Let's do the same thing for the other text in Nelson Mandela, and let's do for Albert Einstein, Dalai Lama, Henry Ford, and so on and so forth. So let's do it. So you can see all this time we were doing this PR, and now we are done. So now it's time to test this to see whether it's working or not. So over here you can see this is the mobile. Now let's make this pretty big like that. And let's click on Nelson Mandela. You can see a text is coming and our face is coming. And Albert Einstein, her face is coming, and Albert Einstein is coming. Dalai Lama is coming, and this is Henry Ford, and Mahatma Gandhi, and also Martin Luther King Jr. Let's do it again. Nelson Mandela with a good face, Albert Einstein with a good face, something like this is good for direction. Yeah. And Dalai Lama, Henry Ford, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King Jr. So, thank you.